My name is Dr. Barry Prezant, and I am a faculty member in the Center for the Study of Human Development at Brown University as an adjunct professor. And I am a co-developer of the SCERTS model. The SCERTS model is a model that is based upon years of research in terms of looking at the primary challenges faced by individuals with autism. And in this model, we really try to provide a framework to guide parents and professionals in making the best decisions as to the priority goals and objectives for students with autism of many ability levels and a wide range of ages. We are very concerned about making sure that we're teaching the skills and abilities that will help an individual in everyday activities across home, school, and community settings. Therefore, we see the SCERTS model as a team-based approach, ideally involving parents as full partners on the team. The acronym SCERTS stands for Social Communication, Emotional Regulation, and Transactional Support. And we believe that these are the three areas that must really be focused on to support individuals with autism from the preschool years all the way through adolescence and adulthood. In social communication, we focus on the ability to communicate spontaneously, to share emotions, and ultimately to develop relationships with other people. We know these are areas that are very, very challenging for individuals with autism of all ability levels. For emotional regulation, we focus on helping people to be most available for learning and engaging. We know that there are many causes of stress in the life of people with autism. Everything from the sensory environment, noises that are too loud, people who speak too loud, people who move too fast, activities that are confusing. So we understand that we have to help people with autism to develop coping strategies, to help them stay well regulated emotionally, because the world can be an overwhelming and confusing place for them, and the result is they are less available for learning and engaging when they're experiencing these stresses. Transactional support, the TS of the SCERTS model, stands for all of the ways that we support children and their families. So we support children and older students and individuals with autism on an interpersonal level. Do we simplify our language for those students who have problems understanding language? Do we, and are we, highly responsive to their signals that maybe they're becoming a little bit upset, what we call emotionally dysregulated? On an interpersonal level, we really want to be reliable partners with people with autism to help them see the world as not so overwhelming and not so anxiety arousing, and to help them see people as a source of, if you will, comfort at times, but certainly a source of support. We also look at support in terms of learning supports. So how can we help people with autism learn? Just a very quick example. We know that most people with autism process visual information more effectively than just hearing spoken language. So we use a lot of visual supports such as photographs and such as icons and written supports to help them stay organized and to know what to do in situations. Two other aspects of transactional support is what we refer to as support to families, as well as support among professionals and caregivers. Support to families clearly is an essential component of supporting individuals with autism, because autism is not simply something that affects an individual. It's a family affair. It has rippling effects across not only the immediate family, but the extended family as well. We also look at the importance of supporting each other. Due to the challenges that many people with autism face, they may have behavioral difficulties. They may act in ways that are challenging to people who really care about them and want to help them. And because autism is such a passionate affair, if you will, it's full of strong emotions for everybody, we really see the need of supporting each other. Because the more we support each other and the more we support families, the better the outcomes will be with the younger children, the older children, the adolescents and adults we work with who fall on the autism spectrum. The SCERTS model puts a lot of energy into working with and supporting families. Ideally, we want to work with parents as collaborators in the model. And we like to say that we just don't talk the talk, we walk the walk. We build it into the model by identifying goals and objectives across home, school, and community settings. When SCERTS is working on all cylinders, we are all on the same page and using similar supports both in the home, in the community, as well as in school settings. And we support parents not only in terms of educational support to help their child develop, but we also support parents in terms of emotional support. As a matter of fact, as part of a child's plan or a student's plan, we develop an emotional support plan and an educational support plan for families. In some cases, the family may be very involved and helping us to prioritize and decide on goals and objectives and strategies to reach those goals and objectives. Parents may share with us what are the most stressful things in their life, what are the things that are working really well at home that we can then carry over into different environments as professionals. We really see parents as experts on their child, whether it's a younger child or an older child. And what we mean by experts is not so much that they read all the research literature or they have all the terminology. They are experts because they're with their child more than anybody else in most cases. And they really see their child when they're doing their best, when they're most challenged. And so we really want to tap into that kind of expertise. The other piece that's very important is developing trusting relationships with parents. We fully recognize in the SCERTS model that in some cases parents see professionals, and it's true, so I'll just say it, more as a source of stress than as a source of help, because parents often are involved in dealing with systems that cause a great deal of stress for them, whether it's getting insurance reimbursement, whether it's going to a diagnostic assessment at a hospital where everybody is stressed out. So in the SCERTS model, we recognize not only the stress, but the sometimes chronic stress that parents experience. We don't want to be another source of stress. We want the team to be seen as trusted, as a valuable source of support. And we do that in so many ways by working closely with parents, asking what their concerns are, what are their priorities for working on specific skills for their child, and then ultimately joining hands with parents and being collaborators. The SCERTS model is not an expert model where we pretend to have all the answers and dictate that to parents. We want to experience success and share and celebrate successes with parents, as well as acknowledge and address the challenges that parents face. One of the unique aspects about the SCERTS model is that it's a framework under which a lot of different intervention strategies and approaches can be used. As a matter of fact, we say SCERTS is not exclusive of other strategies or approaches. So just to give you some quick examples, the use of picture exchange may be one way that we support social communication. The use of relaxation strategies may be another strategy that's used to support emotional regulation. We believe that there have been so many wonderful and effective strategies and approaches over the last couple of decades for people with autism. And we want the SCERTS model to be able to embrace those strategies and approaches under our framework. In terms of choosing the SCERTS model as, if you will, a framework or an approach of choice, we believe that parents need to be supported in being informed about many different approaches. And then understanding that SCERTS is built upon the greatest challenges, or addressing the greatest challenges that research tells us. When we speak to parents and we talk about the focus on social communication and emotional regulation, it usually doesn't take a long time for parents to say, yes, those are my priorities. That's what I see as the greatest areas of concern and of interest for me in supporting my child's development. So we do not try to convince parents that they need to follow the SCERTS model or that we're the best thing since sliced bread. As a matter of fact, we see that as not being family-centered. We want parents to make informed choices. So by giving them information about the SCERTS model and other approaches, we hope that they will see SCERTS as being an important part of their child's program, even if it isn't the primary approach that they're using. So we want parents to really understand their child better and then relate what we talk about in SCERTS as to how it may be helpful for them on their journey with their child.